Good books for beginners when it comes to real estate wholesale. Okay, when it comes to wholesaling real estate, let's talk about that really quickly. But before we get into that, I'm happy to tell you. Hey, this is Ola coming to you live from my Empire Pro studios. On this episode, we're talking about good books for beginners when it comes to real estate wholesale. Okay, when it comes to wholesaling real estate, let's talk about that really quickly. But before we get into that, I'm happy to tell you that this video is the 600th, number 600 edition of this channel. Okay, so if you're listening to me on the podcast, this is literally the 600th episode. That means we have over 600 videos on this channel. You have every reason to subscribe. Make sure you click the notification bell so that you can continue to receive these videos. Everything you need to learn about real estate wholesaling real estate from a standpoint of 2000 and digital methods, neglecting old school methods, basically skipping 80% of the hustle, making $100,000 per year, either you close a deal or not. This is the only place where we teach that. And then 10xing the number of deals simultaneously. If you want to learn more about that, this is the channel you want to subscribe to. So now, speaking of good books for beginners, okay, and I'm gonna be biased towards the end of this video, okay, but in the beginning I actually want to just be open with you and show you you do have options. And I always lead teaching this business from a standpoint of having options, okay, because honestly, if you don't have options in any kind of business or this game, excuse me one second, let me see here, real estate wholesale, real estate. Okay, I do have a book that I give away for free here. It's called Smart Real Estate Wholesaling. It's absolutely free. It's a book that I recommend that you read 10 to 15 times. Okay, but I also have a couple of other books outside of real estate wholesaling that I really think you should read. Okay, because it helps you with the mindset. This game is 80% mindset. The rest of the 20% is skill set. That 80% is just as important as the 20%. Okay. There's a lot of people that will have 80% the mindset, but they're engaged in the wrong strategies, like old school strategies, like 1960 strategies, like trying to drive for dollars by yourself, like for example knocking on doors, right? And you can get lucky, but luck and hope is a terrible strategy in business, as you can imagine. You get lucky and get frustrated. If you get lucky first, then your frustration is going to be that much harder. Okay, if you get frustrated in the beginning, it won't be as much harder. You just be in the game trying to build the business, nothing is happening. It's like crickets, no deals are closing, right? But if you get lucky first, your frustration is going to be that much harder. That means you close a deal and then you wait for the next 6 months trying to figure out how come you didn't get lucky like the first month, right? It's completely ridiculous what's possible. Okay, so there's a couple of books out there. There's real estate real estate wholesaling Bible by Mario, the guy from Fortune Builders. There's Heart of Wholesaling, right? You go to Amazon.com, there's tons of books, okay? But none of them talks about smart real estate wholesaling. That's the key thing I want you. And when I say smart real estate wholesaling, I want you to think of it from a standpoint of multiple streams of income. So most other books are always talking about real estate wholesaling, but it's really one stream of income. If you don't close a deal, you're not gonna make money, okay? And closing a deal, we're talking about closing a deal so you can make $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 from one check is absolutely beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to have. I get such checks numerous times over the years, right? I closed my first deal back in 2005, December. So I know what that feels like, but I also know what 2008 felt like when all those checks kind of ceased for a moment, not a moment, for like a whole year. Everything slowed down. The bank wasn't giving any money, and the buyers couldn't do anything since the bank wasn't giving money. And the ones that have cash are afraid to spend their money because the bank is not giving any extra money. So, and if you know anything about people that build huge businesses and buy all the time, which is what you need, it's either they buy all the time or you have multiple people that are willing to buy. So there's always buying going on your list. Those people need the bank. They need the bank's money. They need institution money, basically big institution money, right? So if you have all of that halt, you know, I know what that feels like. So I know what it feels like when it was really good, 2005, 6, 7, and I know what it feels like when everything gets shut down on you. And then in 2009, I learned a little secret from the Warren Buffett of the world, multiple streams of income, making money in your sleep. Either you close a deal or not. The key thing is either you close a deal or not. And that's the thing that you're going to learn on this channel with regards to wholesaling real estate that you're not going to learn anywhere else. I dare you to show me anywhere else where they are teaching you how to do that. Okay. So the key thing here is there are other books out there. There are many books out there. But I've told you there's tons of books. Like right in front of me, I'm looking at Real Estate Wholesaling Bible. I'm looking at the Heart of Real Estate. I'm looking at If You Can't Wholesale After This. I'm looking at Negotiating Real Estate. I'm looking at My Life and 1,000 Houses. I'm looking at all those people, Virtual Real Estate Wholesaling for Dummies. I'm looking at all these books. Like I said, majority of those books will teach you one stream of income, okay? Smart Real Estate Wholesaling will teach you multiple streams of income, and then you can immune your business against recession. Is recession proof the way I'm going to teach you? It's not a property's business, it's people's business, okay? If you want to be able to sustain this through a recession, that's inevitable. Recession will always come. It's a matter of when, okay? And nobody knows. And when people are talking about it, it's not when, okay? But how do you immune your business against the effect of a recession, okay? So with that being said, I really think Smart Real Estate Wholesaling, if you think that's biased, then oh well, I can help you. Like I said, multiple streams of income, okay? But the other books I think you should read, we're talking about you should read Rich Dad Poor Dad if you haven't read that, okay? If you've read it before and it was years ago, read it again. Because I always tell you, you cannot grasp the real concept in the book if you don't read it the second time. If you don't read it the third time, it's just hard. The human brain can only take so much. You need to read it again, okay? Secret of a Millionaire Mind, Secret of a Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. You need to read that book. You must absolutely read Think and Grow Rich, okay? I know it's a little ancient language here and there, but you need to. I promise you, it will pay off long term. It's not necessarily about real estate, it's about the right mindset that will create success in any business, including wholesaling real estate, okay? So those three books are definitely a must, okay? Now, the book of Proverbs and the Bible, you have to really read that, not from a fictional standpoint, not from a religious standpoint. Read it like your life depends on it. Read it like you're studying to become a PhD doctorate holder in the subject. You need to read that, okay? So that's the fourth one that I just suggested, and obviously you want to read Smart Real Estate Wholesaling. If you're brand new to the idea of real estate investing altogether, this is a book you need to read, Real Estate Money Secret. My books, the grammar are not the best. You can understand what's in it. It's about real estate. It's not about English language, okay? But you can understand it. Insider Secrets to Real Estate Investing. So there are multiple strategies in real estate investors in general. You're talking about the subject tools, investing in probate, all this stuff. You should understand the fundamentals of these things because it helps you comprehend better when it comes to smart real estate wholesaling, okay? So I definitely suggest that you read those books as well, okay? So let me do a quick recap, okay? Like I said, Smart Real Estate Wholesaling was written not to be another real estate wholesaling book in the market. That was the point. That wasn't the point. The point was to teach you how to do that business from a standpoint of the three core pillars. What's the three core pillars? Value, automation. You can replace automation with media. There's no such thing as media in 2000 and digital unless it's automated, right? And people. And you can notice it's nothing about properties, okay? It's applicable in any business, but I've actually written it so that you can align it together with wholesaling real estate. Value, automation, and people. If you're missing any one of these three things, you will suffer. This business will be frustrating for you. Basically, it's possible 1 out of every 100 for you to get lucky. You can drive for dollars and get lucky. You can knock on doors and get lucky. But your next frustration segment is going to be that much frustrating because you know that this business works. You know, the worst place you want to be is where you know that this business works because you've closed one deal, but you can't seem to close another one or the third one. You can't seem to turn it to a system that you kind of know exactly what to do to make it happen again and again and again. The beauty of being an entrepreneur is when you can make it happen again and again and again. Doing your first sale is not good enough. Closing that first deal is not good enough. It's let you know it's possible, but the worst thing you can do to your belief mindset, okay, to your belief system, is for you to have to question yourself. Maybe it was all wrong in the first place. Maybe you just weren't good enough in the first place, and that's the worst thing you can do. So in addition to the mindset, you now need the skill set. This is about marketing. Nothing else matters, okay? This is about marketing. You can be the best hustler in the world. I'm a hustler, right? You could be that, but if you don't have the skill set, you're just going to be hustling backwards. You're going to be the greatest backwards hustler, okay? And that's not what we want, okay? So like I said, just go to smartrealestateWholesaling.com and go download this for free, and I'll give you this absolutely for free as a bonus as well too. Hopefully you've been enlightened and educated. I will see you on the next one. Peace.